Hi everybody, Amy from Flow to Fit Yoga, back with another practice of the week. This time we're going to try to give you a sample of a full class. We're going to do a whole hour recording. Hopefully everything technically works out for me. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to start at the end. It's a really powerful flow. We need 2 blocks, and it's basically going to be a lot of strength moves incorporated into my sort of regular yoga practice, which I always do. We'll also have some abs in the beginning, which I always add to my yoga classes as well. So I thought it'd be cool to try to do a whole hour class. So starting at the top edge of your mat, coming to your mountain pose, Tadasana, spreading out the toes a little bit, just anchoring or pressing the feet into the floor, working your way up the body, getting a sense of being evenly stacked, so feeling your knees stack over your ankle joints. Notice how your hips stack over your knees. Inhaling your shoulders a little lift, and then as you exhale, just rolling them down and back, turning the palms a little bit forward so you get that little external rotation on the shoulders. And then we'll bring the chin back a little bit as you lengthen the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And then take a minute to just close your eyes and settle into the space. That is your body. And then noticing the natural rhythm of your breath before we move into any kind of controlled breath, just noticing that. Centering and grounding, visualize if you can, some roots growing out the bottom of your feet and really anchoring you into the floor to get that sense of being steady and grounded and rooted. And at the same time, we're lengthening the crown of the head towards the ceiling so we get that sense of being long and tall. Tadasana, mountain pose, so taking on those characteristics of a mountain, steady, firm, rooted, connected. And then from here, we'll start some 3-part breath. Deep breath in through the nose, filling your lungs, thinking of it as 3 parts of bottom, middle, and top. So you're breathing first into the bottom, and then the middle, and then the top of the chest fills with air. And then breathing out from the top all the way down to the bottom. So breathe out from the top, middle, and then navel draws to the spine. Inhale again, fill your lungs, fill the bottom first, the middle of your chest, the top of the chest. Exhaling from the top, the middle, the bottom, navel to spine. One more big breath in, fill those lungs all the way up. And then exhaling this last exhale, you can exhale through the mouth, letting all the air forward. Then we'll drop the chin to the chest. You can let your arms relax a little bit, and we'll just roll the head side to side, left to right. Just trying to make sure my recording's still working. Just warming up the neck a little bit. Next time you make it over to the right side, we're going to take a little pause to the right. You can bring your right hand up to deepen that stretch. Keep that left shoulder down. If it lifts, you're going to lose the stretch. So keep the left shoulder down. And you can change the angle, add a little more or less pressure up to you. Whatever feels good. As long as you don't have neck injuries, you can go pretty heavy here. And then we're going to take it to the left and do the same thing. Then you can add some extra pressure if you want. Changing the angle, keep the right shoulder down. You can even take your right hand behind your back or walk it down the leg. And then we're going to bring the head back to the middle. Let's do some circles with the shoulders next. Inhaling as you're lifting, exhaling as you're lowering. Change the direction, roll the other way a couple times. And as we're warming up, and I do a pretty thorough warm-up, I'm going to cut it a little shorter than usual, but anyways, as we're warming up, we're checking in, right? Gathering information, seeing what may be a little tight, a little sore, just so that we can use it as we continue to practice, and we can practice carefully. We're going to float the arms up overhead now, interlacing your fingers, index out, and back up a little bit. Inhale, take a full body stretch up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let everything soften. Inhale, lengthen and reach, get taller. And notice how you feel when you exhale. Notice how everything automatically relaxes. One more. Inhale, big full body stretch up. And then exhale, let's take it to the left. Keeping your head between the biceps the best you can, pressing the palms together. And then we're going to lead with the right hip. So we're pushing that right hip out to the side as you're reaching up and over to the left. And the gaze comes up. Inhale, back to the middle, get long again, and then exhale, going over to the right. Same idea, keep your head between the arms, lead with the right hip, or left hip, sorry, on this side, I'm mirroring, and then anchoring through the outside edge of the left foot. And then inhale, back to the middle, separate your hands, we're going to back bend, and then come up, step your feet a little screen right now. Just let the back of the neck stretch out. We're gonna let the elbows go, bend your knees enough so you can touch the floor. If you're way far away from the floor, grab your blocks and use your blocks instead. But if you can touch the floor with bending those knees, inhale, walk it out. Look up, straighten your back, and then try to straighten your legs a little bit or as much as you can. Keep all that straightness as you exhale and you walk it back. And it's going to get more, that stretch is going to get more intense as you come closer to the legs. Just breathe in. At some point, you're going to have to bend your knees and drop your head. Let's do it again. Inhale, walk it out. Look up and out, length and stretch. Look at the spine, strong and long and legs. And then exhale and walk it back, fold over the legs. One more, bend the knees. Inhale, walk it out. Straighten the spine, stretch out those legs. Exhale, walk it back, folding over the legs. Now we're going to bend the knees deep, heel to the feet out a little wider, come down to a little squat. Now if you can't come all the way down, it's okay. Stay wherever you can go to. You can also remember that you can lift your heels or wiggle your feet in or out to come in. So everybody's squat's going to look a little different. Everybody's hips are lined up a little bit differently. So it's important to know that they're not all going to look the same. Not everybody. Some people just physically, the way your bone structure is, you can't squat. That's okay. This deep anyways. From here, we're going to come down to table. And cat-cow a couple times. So wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, belly drops, heart comes forward. Exhale, and round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And just one more. Inhale, arch. And exhale, and round. Come back to a neutral spine, toes together, walk your knees out wide. We're going to take a little child's pose, send the hips towards the heels, walk the hands up. If your hips don't go all the way back, you can keep them in the air. If your knees hurt, don't drop your hips so far, just walk the arms out. If your shoulders hurt, bend your elbows. So lots of ways to modify. I can slide my hips all the way back and stretch the arms out, but if you have a shoulder injury, this is a lot on the shoulders, so just do the best you can with it. And then we're going to walk the hands back and swing the feet over the front. Bottoms of the feet together, knees out wide, little seated bound angle, and we're going to come down and do some bridge and some abs. So holding onto those toes or ankles, inhale, stretch up tall, nice flat back as you exhale and come forward. Keep your back straight as you come forward. The upper back can round a little bit, but you want to keep your lower back perfectly straight, or at least as straight as you can get. Because once you start to fold forward, that's progressive for the low back, so you want to make sure that you're doing it safely and we're not going to injure the low back. And we're going to come up, grab one of those blocks, put that between the thighs long ways, and then we're going to lay down for bridge and some belly. So holding onto the backs of the legs, take it down slowly. If you need your other block for your head and your neck for the abs, have it handy, keep it nearby. We're going to use it too for one of the ab exercises we're going to do. All right, so bridge pose, we've got the block between the thighs, feet on the floor. We're going to walk them up so your heels are going to stack under your knees. Then we press the backs of the arms into the floor. So you're going to press the heads of the shoulders into the mat. Squeeze the block, squeeze the glutes, inhale, float the hips up. And then exhale, come down nice and slow. Let's do it again. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Press the hips up, hands down. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. Good. Make any adjustments you need to. Again, you want to make sure those ankles are under your knees. If you can't really tell, just sort of sit up and look for a second and make sure that it lines up. The block is going to keep your knees from splaying out. If you don't have a block, use a sofa cushion or anything soft that you can squeeze between the legs, because that will just keep those thighs parallel. Then we want to make sure the backs of the shoulders are pressing into the floor, so we're getting a little stretch and the sternum lifts, and that creates like a little tunnel down through your spine to keep that cervical spine off the floor, so it's not that C7 isn't digging into the mat. So, all that's ready, push the arms to the floor, squeeze the block, float the hips up on an inhale. We're going to keep squeezing and holding. You guys are going to stay. I'm going to lower down. Inhale, you're holding those hips up. Keep your shoulders, your neck, your jaw nice and relaxed. Make sure your chin's just slightly away from your chest. Keep holding the shape, not holding your breath. And I'm just going to time it for about 45 seconds. So bridge pose is a great exercise to stabilize the low back and strengthen the whole back side of the body. Most of our stuff, our day-to-day lives, are all done in front of us, right? So if the front side of your body gets really strong, the back side gets weak. So I always add bridge. It also helps stabilize your SI joint. And if you notice when you practice yoga, a lot of the poses are all asymmetrical. So with bridge pose being nice and symmetrical, we strengthen the low back before we start asking those legs to go in opposite direction and hold shapes while the legs are asymmetrical. That puts a lot of strain and torsion on that SI joint. So this is a great one. Just make sure your low back is stable, especially with that block. We're working the whole back side, strengthening the whole back side of the body, and then the front's getting a nice stretch. Inhale, lift your hips a little bit higher. And then on your next exhale, you're going to lower down nice and slow. You can keep those hands, if you practice a lot, you know you can interlace your fingers underneath you, or put your arms out to the T, or bend the elbows. I just like keeping them flat on the floor. Now hug your knees in towards your chest to counter your bridge. Just to give a little forward fold to that back bend. You can circle them around. All right, let's start with some Pilates. We're going to get some abs in, and then we'll move on to our yoga. So, navel to spine, feet on the floor, lift from the pelvic floor all the way up, draw the navel to the spine. Low back is what we call in Pilates imprinting. Some people like that, some people hate it. Do what works best for your low back. If it hurts your low back to scoop your belly like that, keep the natural little arch. If it feels okay, hug the belly in. We're going to draw the knees in towards the chest with that belly pressed in, and extend the feet towards the ceiling. Heels together, toes pointed, head and shoulders roll up. Chin stays away from the chest. We're going to pump the arms and do a pumping breath. Leg position can be at 90 degrees. That's going to be like middle of the road as far as intensity goes. Bending the knees is going to make it a lot easier. Dropping the feet is going to make it a lot harder. You don't want to get any lower than eye level with the feet. Let's pump those arms, pumping breath. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 60. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 70. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 80. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 90. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100. Good job. Hug them in. Drop your head. Take a rest. All right, single leg stretches next. Head and shoulders lift. We're going to point the toes, drawing one leg in. Left hand comes to the front of your left shin. Right hand comes around the back. Both hands make two little hooks. We come up, we give a lateral pull. That's a stay up. Keep those shoulders, you know, my shoulders are off the floor. You may or may not be able to do that. Just do the best you can. And then we're going to switch to side to side. So if you want to use the block, 1, to drop your head down, you can. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep holding those shoulders up. 6, belly presses to spine. 7, good work. 8, 9, and 10. Now flexing your feet, keep it going. 10, you'll feel that belly start to burn. 9, if you haven't already. 8, and if you're feeling it too much in your neck, then it's 7 again. Use that block. 6, or try to lift your shoulders higher. 5, that'll take it out of the neck, but you might not have the strength yet. 4, so it might take a little while. 3, and in the meantime, 2, 1 more, we don't want to strain the neck. Then drop it down, because that does not feel good. All right, double leg stretch. Belly hollows out, pretend I just rested a big heavy bag of sand on your belly. Head and shoulders come up, legs hug in this time. We stretch them out, and we pull them both in. 1, try to glue the knees together. 2, you can use your hands behind your head instead. 3, if your neck is killing you. 4, or again, use that block. 5, drop it to the floor. 6. Now you're going to watch the low back. 7 with these 2, so don't go too far out. 8 with those legs if your back's hurting. 9, aim them up a little higher. 10, the lower you go with the feet, so if I go like this, 10, it's going to be harder than I'm more towards the ceiling. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Single leg stretch with a straight leg. So point the toes, head and shoulders lift. We hold on to the back of one leg, it gets a little 2 beat in, other leg drops, and then we switch. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2 for 1, 2, 3. So to modify, bend your knees. 4, hold a little lower on the legs. 5, put your head on a block. 6, take some breaks. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now heels down, keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good job, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, hug them in, drop it down again, take a little rest. Okay, bicycle, we're going to finish with crunches. We're moving on from abs to yoga. So hands behind the head, elbows stay nice and wide, point the toes. We're turning rib cage, think rib cage to inner thigh as you turn. Not elbow to knee, that's going to make you pull on your head. Chin stays right in the center of your chest, about grapefruit distance away from the chest, and that doesn't turn. So your head isn't turning, it's your torso. 1, here we go. So you're lifting your shoulders. 2, 3, and you're using those obliques. 4, and it's brutal, just do the best you can. 5, take some breaks if you start to get sloppy. 6, I'd rather you rest. 7, then sort of flail through it and hurt yourself. 8, 9, 10, now flexing for 10, 9, 8, good job, hang in there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hug them in, drop it down again. Okay, couple of little funky crunches to finish up with, or just harder crunches, I should say. We're going to grab the block, one block, and you're going to put it between your shins, or calf muscles, between your ankles and your knees, long ways. If you don't have a block, use a pillow or whatever. Then we need something for between the hands, ideally a block. That's what I would prefer, or something firm that you can squeeze. I want you to press your hands into it, not gripping with your fingers. So fingers stay straight, so we're using arms. We're going to take those arms overhead, and then just lift them off of the mat, about 5 to 6 inches. So it's almost like you're doing a handstand. Then we're going to bend the knees, pull the feet in, and then press them out. So like you're going to make 2 footprints on the wall that's at the bottom edge of your mat, or the bottom edge of your mat. Okay, here we go, so pressing out. 1. Now this is a little tricky and tough on the low back. 2, 3. So you have to be careful. You go a little higher. 4. Again, you can make it smaller. 5. 6. If you can't find a position that's not hurting your low back. 7. Then just skip it. 8. Or you can put your feet down and do plank crunches instead. 9. 10 more. 10. 9. 8. Keep squeezing those blocks and breathing. 7. 6. Head is down. You don't have to lift it. 5. You can if you want. 4. 3. But you'll work that low belly without lifting the head. 2 for sure. And 1. Now hold them out. We're going to lift the head and shoulders off the floor now. Heels down. Drop the arms back a little further. We're going to hold it for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, 1 more. Keeping the blocks where they are. This time we're going to lift them up. So we're going to start with a V-up. Blocks are going to tap together. We're going to come halfway down and back up. To modify. Bend the knees. That's going to make it much easier. That's still too much. Keep your head down, knees bent. Do it this way. That's still too much. Feet on the floor. Just roll up with the block and take it going to do the hardest version. You're welcome to join me or switch it off. You can start hard and always make it easier if you need to, okay? Big inhale, exhale, here we go. 1. The ups are hard to begin with. 2, squeezing these blocks just makes it a little harder. 3, 4, 5, good work. 6, keep breathing. 7, don't go too low with those legs. 8, 9, 10 more. Flex your feet for the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Press them together and hold them for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Oh, take those blocks out. Put them over to the side. Take a big stretch. Good work. Stretch it out. Hug the knees in. And then we're going to roll up. Grab some water. If you need a little sip of water, bring your blocks back up to that top edge of your mat. And we're going to meet in table in all fours. Let's cat-cow a couple times just to stretch out the back and the belly, flush out all that ab work, inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and out. And then from table, we're going to walk the hands forward a little bit, curl the toes under, come up to your downward facing dog. Sinking into the heels, letting the head hang between the biceps, spinning the biceps forward a little bit. Looking between your hands, let's do a few sun A's, just 2. Inhale, walk your feet up just to get used to a little flow. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, take your halfway lift, so to the fingertips, to the shins, to the thighs, wherever you need to go to get your back nice and straight and your legs nice and straight. Okay, and then exhale, we're folding back down. Soften the knees, inhale, float up to stand through the legs. Arms overhead, exhale, back down. Inhale to the middle, exhale, forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, soften your knees, plant your hands alongside of your feet, step back to high plank. From high plank, let's just do high plank to low plank, so knees are gonna come down, elbows hug in, heart comes forward and then down. Uncurl your toes, press into the tops of the feet so firmly that you feel your kneecaps lift. Back up a little bit. Hug your ankles in, elbows in, and then inhale and lift to upward facing dog. You can keep your knees down or you can lift the legs up to you. Heart comes forward, shoulders back. First one, we're not really ready for a deep upward facing dog. Drop the knees, curl the toes under. Exhale, down dog. One more, inhale, step or float your feet up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees, inhale, float all the way up to stand. Exhale, take a back bend. Inhale to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, soften the knees, step back to plank. This time, you can drop the knees, chest and chin like we did last time, or you can do chaturanga. You're going to come forward 2 inches, elbows in, lower down. Uncurl your toes. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Hug those ankles in. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here and down dog. Okay, so this is a little tricky. Just watch me. If you need to pause the video for a second, pause it for a second until you get your feet in the right place. But we're going to take the right foot and we're going to bring it in front and cross it over your left leg. So your legs are going to cross. I'm trying to see if you guys can see me in the video. So you're going to cross your legs and then you're going to wiggle your feet to opposite edges of the mat. So your left foot's going over to the right, your right leg's going over to the left, and you're crossing about the knees. We're going to take a big inhale. On our exhale, we're going to bend the knees, tap that right knee to the floor, and then push it back up. Okay, you're going to do 5. So dip by the end of this, and press your heels down. 1. So dip like coming to plank with the knees down and cross, and then 2. You'll be an expert. You're going to do a lot of these. Dip, and press it back up and out for 3. Dip, and press for 4. One more. Dip the knees, press it back up for 5. Now, back from your downward facing dog, we're going to take the right knee, we're going to bring it across the body to the right elbow, dipping the hips, tucking the chin, and then we're going to tap it right back over to that left edge for 1. Bring it behind, and press it back for 2. In, and back for 3. In, and back 4. In, and back for 5. Now bring it back up behind the elbow and hold it for 5 seconds. Scoop your belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then the right foot's going to come to the inside of the right hand. And now we need to take the left foot and bring it back over to that right foot. So just take a minute to hop it out. It's a little weird, but that's what we have to do. Left hand stays down. Inhale the right arm up and take a twist towards your right leg, a lunge twist. This is too much for you. Lower your left knee. You always have the option. With any of these things, if you drop the opposite knee, it'll make it a lot easier. Not a super deep twist, right? Our first one, so just rolling over. Thinking about these right ribs slowly rolling towards the ceiling, but not super crazy. Pressing the back heel down, scissoring the legs together. Navel draws to spine. One more inhale, then on our exhale, right fingertips come down, left knee dips. And back up. For 1. Dip. And open. 2. If you've taken my classes, you know I like these in and out moves. 4, 1 more, and 5. Take a big inhale here. Now on our exhale, right hand comes down. We're framing the foot with the hands. We're going to step up to a standing split on the right foot. So you're going to shift your weight forward and then lift the left leg. Big inhale, look up and out. Exhale, bend the knees, tap the left behind the right, press it back up and out. 1, 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now left leg comes down behind the right, cross legs again, right's in front of the left again. Soften the knees, we're going to roll up to stand. It's tricky, it's a balance, take your time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take the arms overhead, take a full body stretch to the right. So reach the fingertips and push your hips to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, forward fold over the cross legs. Inhale, lift your gaze in your heart, look up. And then exhale, drop your forehead to your shin, your front shin, and then push your heels down and your sit bones up and back. Feel some IT stretching happening here. Let your head just hang. Good. Now bend your knees, step your left foot around to meet your right. Either nice and close together for chair pose. I like my feet, my big toes touching and a little space between the heels, but you can do hip width apart too. Soften the knees. We're going to inhale the arms up. The shirt's driving me crazy. It's too short. Exhale, drop the hips. Okay, so we're going to add a little chair variation in between our flows here. So, taking those arms out in front, big inhale. On our exhale, we're going to drop a little deeper into our chair, drawing the navel to the spine. We're going to take the arms out in front, right under left, and then palms together for eagle arms. So it's right arm under left and cross, palms come together. If you can't do that, back to the hands, you can even hold this position. Inhale, lift your elbows, exhale, drop your hips. 1, here we go for 10. 2, now make sure your knees are even with each other. 3, and you can see your toes. 4, should have told you that before. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay deep in the chair, unravel the arms. Now left arm under right, palms together. Inhale, lift the elbows, exhale, 10 more. 1, 2, stay heavy in the heels and the hips. 3, try not to lean forward. 4, sinking straight down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay deep in the chair, unravel the arms. Take your hands to your hips, little pulses for 10 more. 2, I know your thighs are on fire. 4, so are mine. 5, we're just beginning. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Wrists are right under the shoulders. Plug into the big toe balance. Little knee dips, little knee taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now halfway down, back up for 10. 1, 2. It's kind of like a little boot camp yoga today. 3, 4, 5. Try to keep those elbows in. 6. I just caught my donkey now. 7. Top of your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Catch your breath. It's a cardio in there just because we're using those big muscle groups for that stuff. All right. Now, left foot's going to cross over the right. Same thing on the other leg. So now left leg is in front of the right. Legs are crossed. Dipping the knees. Coming down to plank. Tap that knee. Push it up. For 5. 1. Tap it down. Press it back. 2. 3, 4, and 5. Now left knee to left elbow. 1. Tap it back down. Bring it in, squeeze the belly. 2. Tap it down. Press the heels down. 3. So we're stretching those hamstrings. Working those quads, core, and abs. This time I'm going to do it right. We're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot comes to the inside of the left hand. Right foot hops over, back over to the right side, and we take the twist. So right hand stays down. Inhale your left arm up. Twist it towards the ceiling. Plug into the back. Big toe mound and push that heel down. Scissor the legs towards one another. And just slowly roll it towards the ceiling. Not super deep. First twist to the side. Big inhale, exhale. Back knee dips. Fingertips come down. They can go to the side. 1, you can bring them out in front as you touch it down. 2, you can touch your hip. I don't care. 3, do what feels best on your arm. 4, and this little twist, I like to go to the side because I get a little deeper each time. And 5. Now, left hand is coming down. We're going to take a standing split on the left leg, so shifting the weight forward, float up onto the left leg. Big inhale, exhale, right leg taps behind, pushes up. For 5, both knees dip, press it up. 4, count it down this time. 3, 2, and 1. Now right leg crosses behind the left, so this time you have the left leg in front. Soften the knees. Inhale and come up to stand. Watch, it's a tricky balance. Exhale, full body stretch to the left. Heart lifts, shoulders drop, hips press to the right. Inhaling back to the center, and then exhale, fold forward over those cross legs. Inhale, lift your gaze in your heart. Exhale, drop your forehead to the shin, push your weight into the heels. Push your weight into the heels, not weights, plural. Shake it out. Stretch out those legs. And breathe. And we're going to bend the knees, and we're going to step those feet side by side again, nice and close together. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, back to chair. All right, variation 2. Arms onto a T, palms down, tuck your thumbs. Nice, strong, straight arms. We're going to do little arm circles, little chair pulses. 1, 2. So create some imaginary 3 resistance. 4, from the shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change the direction. 10, 9. Let's try here this way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hands on the hips, shift your weight to your right foot. We're going to tap the left foot forward and back for 1. Keep this knee bent. 2, make sure it's behind your toes. You should be able to see those toes. 3, 4, 5. Drop it down, shift the weight to the left. 5 on the right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay in your chair, don't come out. Drop the hips deeper. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lower the hips. Holding the shape, not the breath. You got it. 4, 3, get a little lower. 2, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, back to plank. Make sure the wrists are under your shoulders, navel and sternum to spine. We want hips sagging, right? We want to stay a little protracted between the shoulders. Right leg, shift your weight to your left foot. Right leg lifts and lowers. Point the toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your left knee can come down if this is too much. 8 for you. 9, 10. Switch it over. Plug into the big toe on the right. Point the left toes. Lift it up. 1 for 10. Use your glutes. 2. Don't let your low back move too much. 9. Keep it steady. 8. Just use your butt cheeks. 7. To lift that leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower it down. Elbows in. Take it down. Inhale through. Up dog. Cobra. Child's pose. Drop the knees. Hips towards the heels. Take a break. Good work, you guys. Whew. Catch your breath. You can give your wrists a little break. Circle around a little bit. Have some water. Okay, we're coming back up to downward facing dog. Same sequence, only we're going to add a high lunge this time. So we're going to throw a high lunge in the middle there. So back up to your downward facing dog. Right leg crosses over left, wiggle into the outside edges. Big inhale, exhale, right knee dips for 5. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're pushing those heels all the way back and down, or as far as you can go. 4, and 5. Pressing the heels down, right knee to right elbow for 1. Tap it back. 2, 3, 4. I'm fine. We're going to hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down to the inside of your right hand. And then step your left foot over. You can inch those toes up a little bit. Left hand stays down. Inhale, right arm up. Taking the twist. Navel to spine, hugging the legs in. This time we're going to dip the back knee just a little, and we're just going to do little pulses. So top hand to the hip, little pulses with the back knee for 1. 2, we're going to do 10. 3, you'll feel a big stretch. 4 this time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale the top arm back up. Exhale. Take the hand down to the mat. We're going to come up to a high lunge. You might need to shorten up a little bit. Plug into the feet, especially the big toe mound on the back. Make sure you have your balance before you lift your hands. And then we're inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, dropping into your high lunge. Back leg is almost perfectly straight. Front knee is bent. Toes are aiming towards me. Don't let your front knee lean in. Keep weight in the outside edge of that foot. We're going to take the arms out in front. Eagle arms. Right under left. Palms come together. Inhale with the elbows. Exhale, bend back knee, lift it down. 1 for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 10, little pulses with the back knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it, unravel the arms, don't come out of that dip. Take the arms up, reach and lengthen, big inhale. Now you can straighten the back leg as you exhale to a back bend. Inhale, come up, exhale, forward fold. We're going to take a standing split again, so shift your weight to the right foot, left foot floats up. Big inhale, exhale, forehead to shin. Now little pulses with the left heel towards the ceiling. 1, using the glutes again. 2, just like we did in plank. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to bring it behind the right leg, crossing the legs, bend the knees. Inhale, coming up again. Exhale, full body stretch over to the right leg. Press into the hips, drop the head, look up if you can. Inhaling back to the middle, exhale, forward fold over the cross legs. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, forehead to shin. Stretch it out. Bend the knees, step the feet side by side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to chair. Drop into those hips, make sure the knees are level with one another, especially as the legs start to get more and more tired, and make sure you can see your toes. So you want knees level, you can see the toes. All right, what are we doing for this version? Okay, inhale the arms up. We're going to exhale and bring the chest to the thighs as we dip. 1. So a little dip with the legs, but mostly it's upper body. 2, and we're swinging those arms. 3, I did this in one of my really old videos. 4, lots of chair. 5, good for those quads. 6, it's coming into ski season up north. 7, so this is great for skiers. 8, because this is basically what you're going to do the whole way down. 9, well, you're not swinging your arms like this, but your legs. 10, now stay in that chair, drop it nice and deep. We're going to bring the hands to prayer. Shift your weight to your right foot. Come out of it a little bit. We're going to draw little circles. Pretend you just dipped your left toe in paint, and you're going to draw a circle on the mat. 1, 2, keep this knee bent. 3, so this leg is working. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ooh, hang in there. 9, 10, drop it down. Stay in chair, don't come out. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Try to trace a nice even circle. 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have turned the heat off. 8, 9, and 10. Drop it down a little deeper. Hold that chair. Big inhale here. Exhale. Fold forward. Good work. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, back to plank. This time in high plank. Navel and sternum to spine. Remember, we're going to step the right foot out to the side and then bring it back. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't let your hips sag. 5. Drop the left knee if that happens. 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd rather be a little high. Like I'm a little high right now. 10. I'd rather you be a little higher than dropping like this. So your butt can be a little bit in the air. If it's too much, right leg comes down. Left leg. 1, 2. Try to power through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. We're getting there. 9, 10. Stay here. Shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good work. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Vinyasa. Take it down. Inhale, up dog. Good work. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. Catch your breath. Shake it out. We got one more round. You're doing awesome. Last set. Last side, I should say. All right, now, left foot crosses over right. Big inhale, exhale, left knee dips. 1. Here we go. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now left knee to left elbow for 5. 1. Tap it back, push it down. 2. Don't forget to push those heels down. We want that stretch. 3. 4. On 5. Holding it. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up as high as you can to the inside of that foot. Right foot hops over. We take the twist. Right hand down. Left arm floats. Left hand to the hip. Back knee dips. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should put my hair up. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're going to straighten it out. Take that hand down, back down to the floor, and we're going to come up to the high lunge. The back foot hops up a little bit. Make sure your weight's in your feet first before you lift your hands, and take it up to the high lunge. Big inhale, exhale, settling into the high lunge. From here, we're going to take our eagle arms again. So arms on in front, this time left arm is under right, palms together. Inhale, elbows lift, exhale, knees dip, or back knee dips. 1, 2, navel to spine. 3, sink straight down. 4, this is for your knees. 5, don't go so deep, try to modify a little. 6, or just stop. 7, 9, 10 to go with the knees. 8, 9, 10. Now we're pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holding it. Unravel the arms. Inhale them up. Exhale, back bend as you straighten the leg. Keep the front knee bent, back leg straight. Inhale again, exhale, fold forward. Standing split on the left foot. Right leg lifts. Big inhale, exhale, forehead to shin. Back leg pulses towards the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And now we're going to cross it. I can't remember if I did 10 or 20. We'll just do 10. We're going to cross it behind. Bend. Inhale and roll up. Exhale. Take that full body stretch. Whoa, to the left. Gaze up. And inhale back to the middle. Exhale. Fold forward over the cross legs. Lift your gaze for a second, then drop your forehead to the shin. Shift the weight into the heels. Let your head just hang. Bend your knees. Step that right foot alongside of the left. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, chair pose with a twist. We're going to push 2 imaginary walls out. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale to the other side. Here we go for 1. 2. So many different variations of chair pose. I just love that you can 3, play with this, work those quads and your arms at the same time. 4, and adding a little twist. 5, I'm counting every other one. We're just going to do 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Hands to prayer. Nice and low. Drop the hips. Lift your heels. And then drop your hips. But don't go so far down that you're sitting on the backs of the legs. I want it to be hard. I don't want you to sit on the legs. Drop the hips a little deeper. Keep the heels lifted. Squeeze those legs towards one another. 5 more seconds. Relax your shoulders. 4, 3 and a half. 2, 2 and a half. And 1. Beautiful. Drop the heels. Ooh, exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale back to high plank. Last time at the high plank. Last variation in high plank. Drawing the navel to the spine, both knees touch down and press up for 1. Squeeze those legs on the way up. 2, keep the navel to the spine so your low back. 3, doesn't bug you. 4, 5, 6, 7, you guys are doing awesome, hang in there. 8, 9, 10, you ready? Low plank, high plank. 10, 9, 8, little boot camp yoga today. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower down. Inhale to your up dog or your cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Drop the knees. Press the hips towards the heels. Good job. And we're just going to finish with a little balance. Coming up to downward facing dog from your child's pose. Look between the hands. Inhale, step your feet up or float up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up. Take the arms up overhead. Exhale, back bend. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Great job, you guys. All right, have a little water. We're going to balance quickly. We'll wrap it up. I don't know how long I've been going. But whatever. Okay. Did a little bit of eagle arms. Our balance, we're going to, excuse me. Our balance is going to start with tree, and then we're going to go to eagle on each side. So shifting your weight to your right foot, we're going to take the left foot up. You can kickstand it. You can be near a wall or a piece of furniture. Hold on to that. You can take the foot to the inside of the calf or higher. The only place I don't want you to put this foot is on that inside of the other knee. So your left foot has to go way above or way below your right knee. I like to tuck it in. And then the arms can float up. And it's just basically, we're just doing a quick tree just to give that right foot a little balance practice before we try eagle. Find a focal point. If you're really steady in your tree and you want to make it harder, some ways to make it harder is to turn your head left and right, look up and down. That makes it a million times harder. So if you're sturdy, do that because you want to keep working the ankle, right? Once you have your tree, then you're not going to build any strength. You're just maintaining it. You want it to get stronger, right? So turn your head, make it a little harder. Okay, so we're going to step out of that, shake it out. Let's do eagle on the right foot, and then we'll switch it over to the left. So eagle, we start with a little chair. Again, our favorite. Shifting your weight to your right foot, bend the knees, and then the left foot's going to cross around. So you can just cross above the knees and stay here and keep your toes down. If you've practiced eagle before, if you have the extra flexibility and balance to hook the foot all the way around the calf, you can. You don't have to. Arms come out in front. We're going to do right under left, and then bring the palms together. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, drop your hips, draw your navel to the spine. It's always hard for me because your hands are right in front of your face, so you can't really look at anything with eagle, so it makes it a little bit more challenging. You feel that big stretch across the upper back. And then if you want to come out of it nice and slowly with me, we can take it to a warrior 3, just do it slow with eagle arms. And again, try to keep it slow as we bring it forward and we land the arms. So the idea with the balance is try to keep it as controlled as you can so you're not flying in and out. Other side. Weight shifts to the left foot. Let's do tree first. Kickstand, calf, higher up. Pull the arms up. Engage the hip on this or the glutes on this side so your hip isn't popping out. And again, a tree is easy peasy for you. Turn your head, close your eyes, make it harder. Challenge that standing leg as much as you can. Closing your eyes. If you're so good and you can close your eyes and hold it, then close your eyes and turn your head. It just keeps getting harder. Good. Okay, we're gonna step out. We're gonna do eagle on this side. So dropping in to chair again. Right leg crosses over this time. You can keep your toes down or hook it. This side I have a harder time. To get it behind there. Arms come out in front. We're gonna do left under right this time. Bring the palms together, inhale with the elbows, exhale, drop the hips. And then see if you can unravel the legs without falling out and slowly transition to Warrior 3, Warrior 3. With eagle arms, just a different variation. And then slowly take it out as we unravel the arms. Step the foot down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale back down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Take your fingertips down, step wide. We're going to take a little squat. Heels in, toes turned front. If crow is in your practice, you can practice that with me now. If not, just hang out in your squat or do the crow prep. Spread out the fingers nice and wide, bring them out in front of you a little bit. Get your knees high enough so they're high enough on your arms so they're touching your triceps. So you want them as high up as you can get. And then the knees hug in, you're gonna squeeze your legs in, and your arms are gonna press out. So those two are pressing against each other. When you do that, you're gonna feel your belly engage. And then from here, which is this is a great exercise in and of itself, right? It's hugging in, pressing out your arms and your arms. But from there, you're gonna slowly come forward, lifting your heels. Not down, forward. Squeeze in, press out, come forward, so that you come up onto the tips of your toes. At some point in this exercise, you might feel that one foot gets a little light and it might come up. And just play with that. Don't even think about taking the other one out. When you feel that balance, the other foot might float up. Might not. But that's how you practice. And that's how you get stronger at it. Eventually go to the backs of the arms, and I like to start with the squeeze and press out. It's just the easier version. Okay, take it down. Palms of the feet together, knees out wide. Inhale, 12, exhale. Take a little bound angle. Good job, you guys. That's just a sample of a full class. I've always given you just little short snippets. Trying to do better and get more up on YouTube for everyone. We're going to bring those knees together. Put your socks, your sweatshirts back on if you like. We're going to hold on to the backs of the legs. Take it down to the mat, hugging those knees in towards the chest. Give your head a little rock side to side. And then stretch your arms out to a T. Bring your feet to the floor. Let's drop the knees to the right as you look left. Big full breath in and soften. Surrender and let it go. Down regulating now. That was a lot of work. Draw the navel to the spine. Inhale, bring the knees back to the middle. Exhale, drop them to the left as you look right. And then inhale, bring those legs back to the middle. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Let's do a happy baby. Hold on to the big toes. Outside edge of the feet. Backs of the thighs if you can't reach the feet. Knees are bent. Try to get the tops of the thighs towards your ribs. The knee towards the armpit. You can add a little movement. If your hamstrings are really tight, your legs are going to be stuck more like this. But just do the best you can. Get them open. You can straighten those legs out a little, then we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together, let the feet fall down, reclining bound angle, hands on the inner thighs, press them down a little bit, press the shoulders away from the ears. Another deep breath in and out. Couple more breaths here. Slide your hands off the legs, bring the knees together, wiggle your feet to the outside edge, lift up a little bit, just let the back side of the hips and the pelvis soften. Let your hands rest on your belly to feel your breath. Soften and relax the neck and the jaw. your legs, bring the hands down by your sides, palms facing up. And then just keep breathing deep and steady, dropping into your Shavasana pose, down regulating, letting your whole body relax. I want you guys to stay down. I'm just coming up to talk you through a little relaxation. When we come into Shavasana, I want my students to learn how to relax, right? It seems silly, but it's a part of the process of relaxing is practicing. You just don't get enough practice relaxing. So when you lay down, when you enter into your Shavasana, let that be a segue to relaxation. So let your body, almost like a trigger to relax. As soon as you lay down, and rather than when we go to bed at night and we start to lay down, our minds start to spiral and we start to think about everything, we try to practice the exact opposite in Shavasana, with the hope being that when you lay down to go to sleep at night, the same thing will happen. It will trigger that sort of relaxation response. So when you're lying in your Shavasana, do your best to not time travel, to plan, to problem solve, or do any of those things. The focus here now is just on your breath, being with your body, and just stepping out of that doing self and just falling into the being self. It's just you and your breath. Nothing else matters. Take all the problems, everything you're working on, everything you're thinking about, and put it in, like I like to call it, like a little imaginary yoga box, and just drop it in that alongside of your mat. So it's right by you, so you have that security that's there, it's not going away, but it's over to the side. And for now, just let it rest there. For 5 minutes, we're just going to keep it over to the side. And you're going to let your mind get nice and clear and open, as if you were looking up at a blue sky. Let your eyes close softly, or you can just have a softened gaze if you're not comfortable closing your eyes all the way. And then just get a sense or imagine a really peaceful feeling starting to flow through. Sometimes it helps to think about some place where you feel really relaxed, like the beach, or maybe even in your bed, or in a hammock, or in a park, or whatever place you go to, or by a warm fire. Just imagining how you feel there. Warmth of a fireplace with the sun shining on your face and your chest and your legs. And every time you breathe out, get a sense of letting go a little bit more, dropping in a little deeper, relaxing the forehead and the jaw and all the muscles in your face. Feel them get smooth and soft. And then let that feeling spread down into the neck and throat and upper back. Imagining it almost like little balls of massaging energy, healing, warming, softening as they roll through the upper back and into the shoulders, and rolling down the arms, softening and releasing all the muscles in your arms. Imagining those balls of energy coming to rest in the palms of your hands, feeling that warmth and peace flow through the whole upper body. Roll it into the heart center and the belly. Feel all the internal organs relaxing and softening. Then roll those two balls of energy down the spine as they soften and release, and all the muscles in your back unwind. Moving down now into the hips, the front, the backs, the hips, rolling through the pelvis, in and out, weaving over, under, and all around. The hips feel warm and soft and relaxed. And then the feeling rolls down the legs, softening the fronts of the thighs, the backs of the thighs, knees, calves, ankles, all the way to the tips of the toes. Soft and heavy and peaceful, relaxed and safe and perfect, just as you are right in this moment. And then begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch those arms overhead, moving to a full body stretch, gently lengthening. And when you're through with your full body stretch, slowly make your way to your favorite side. And just rest there for a few more breaths, maybe taking a hand to your heart so you can feel your heartbeat. Finding a little gratitude here for your health and your strength and your practice, your happiness, this moment. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way up the
May you experience calm and well-being in your bodies, your minds, and your spirits. I thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.